Hello everyone, you are now tuned into Spiritual Intellect 777. My name is Bay, and we are going to be, today we're going to be getting into how to transmute negative energy, how to transmute negative thoughts, and how to stop self-sabotaging, okay? It is very, very difficult to stop yourself from basically thinking negative, especially if you just feel yourself surrounded by it, or if you just are in if you're in the space that you don't want to be in. A lot of times, you can just negatively think about basically, you not wanting to be somewhere, you not wanting to do something. Maybe you're going to work today. You got to go to work, you schedule to go to work today. You really hate that job, you don't want to do it. So you start thinking negatively about it and you start self-sabotaging. It happens. I've done it. Shit, I've been there many times. And it's not a good thing, because it honestly creates more problems and more negativity for you. So we're gonna go over some ways in order to basically stop that bull crap, okay? So you don't start dwindling down into negativity, into self-sabotaging, into basically just being unhappy. Because being unhappy, a lot of times, a lot of people are unhappy in the world, but there's ways in order to basically change your mindset so that you can reach your full potential, reach your happiness. Because you're not gonna always start off in a ways and not even a mindset, but you're not always going to be in the place that you want to be. You have to build up a lot of times. People don't just become millionaires overnight. People don't just become famous overnight. Some people do, some people are lucky enough to, some people are born into it. Kudos to them. But if you are not, and you are somebody who, you're trying to work something out, or you're trying to do something, or you're just on a healing journey, and you're recognizing and realizing, I am not happy. I'm not happy. I think the first step to actually changing that mindset is saying it, recognizing and realizing, I'm not happy. I don't like this. I don't like where I'm at. I don't like the place I'm at. I don't like the people I'm surrounded by. I don't like the environment I'm in. So what can you do in order to basically transmute and change that negativity into something positive? We're going to get into it. So first things first is, what you can do is obviously, like I said, the first step to anything is pretty much, I feel like saying it out loud and recognizing and realizing where you're at within that time span. And I think it's best for you to, while thinking about where you're at in that time, so think about your your accomplishments that have placed you into that place, that have placed you into where you're at right now. It may not be where you want to be, but it's a stepping stone to where you're going. So you may not be happy about it. You may not be happy in the house or the apartment that you're in. Maybe you live with somebody and you don't want to live with them anymore. Maybe you maybe you had a death in the family or something like that. You never know. Or maybe you just have realized and recognized that. So yes, the first step basically within this process is recognizing where you're at. Second process to this step is accepting and, congratulating yourself and celebrating your accomplishments, because you didn't get there, you didn't get in the place that you're at within a matter of overnight. Like, you had to have worked for where you're at now. So celebrate where you're at now. Think about basically what you want for the future, and think about steps and goals into accomplishing that, because you're not going to get it overnight 9 times out of 10. If you stay within this negative energy, you're not going to, you're going to find yourself dwindling and dwelling back, as well as going forward, unless you're a person that's like me, that knows how to transmute negative energy. So if you recognize and you realize that you don't want to basically do that, you don't want to be where you're at anymore, you don't want to be surrounded by the people that you're surrounded by anymore, you don't want to be in the same environment, okay, what can you do in order to basically make it so that you're not within this negative energy, you're not with these negative people, you're not within this negative environment? What can you do? All right, so let's get into it. You can focus on basically things that are going to get you outside of that place, outside of those, those people. So start doing things that spiritually feel good to you, that just feel good to you in general. It's not always about spirituality, but spirituality does go into nature. You may not like your environment, but you may find things that you do like about your environment. You may not like the environment, in total, but maybe there's small things that you do like about it. So maybe go out in nature and find things that you do like about your environment, that you do like to do, okay? If you like to go on walks, and you love to see the scenery, you love the greenery, that you're surrounded by, go ahead, take a little walk, okay? Take a picture of it if you want to, and if it makes you feel better, or if you maybe take a picture of it, or maybe take a picture of yourself while enjoying it, so that you can, in negative times, look at that picture, or look at basically what you've accomplished. Don't be afraid to take pictures of your small accomplishments, your small goals, because none of them are really small. I don't feel like any goal or any accomplishment that you actually do is ever small. They're stepping stones into something bigger. They're small steps, but it's not small accomplishments. So take pictures, capture those moments, so that when you get into negative mindsets, you don't feel so stuck. You don't feel to do, you have something to look for. You have something that makes you say, oh, I did that. So if you, if you went to college and you have pictures of your college graduation, girl, look at that picture of you in your cap and gown. You did that. Well, look at that picture of you in your cap and you did that, okay? You accomplished that goal. If that was a goal of yours, that's beautiful. It's amazing to, college and get that experience and have that certificate on your back, okay, baby? Because you worked hard for it 9 times out of 10. And if you are an artist or some type of creative, and say you are a painter, and you have a picture that you painted and it's like one of your favorites. Start off painting, you're like, I actually really like this painting. Take a picture of it. Why not? Maybe you got a good sell on it. Maybe you actually ended up selling it, and that was one of your first ever, somebody ever bought from you. Even if it's your sister or something. So what? She or he liked it enough, or they, because they liked it enough, I'm going to just leave it at that, to buy it from you. They loved it, and they love you enough in order to support you, your goals, and what you have in mind. So think about stuff like that. It can be hard within the moment, when you're feeling just down and out, when you're feeling a lot of negative emotions, when you're just feeling a lot of just feelings, okay? And the feelings are not just enough to make you want to just break down, especially within those times. I think it's amazing to have photographic evidence basically of, your accomplishments, your goals. So say you've been in a depression and you just haven't been, feeling the best, and you went maybe weeks or maybe days without taking a shower, or, without doing your hair, baby. And then you get up one day, after, realizing that, because sometimes depression can make you feel like the days are just going by and you're just sitting there, you're just in life, running through on autopilot, and the days are just running past you, and you get up one day and you're like, damn, it's been a few days since I took a shower. It's been a few days since I did my hair. It's been a few days since I actually got up and got pretty. Do it, and celebrate that accomplishment, celebrate that goal that you got out of, you pushed yourself out of that mindset. And even if you didn't, if you have people surrounding you and supporting you, that's another way in order to basically get yourself and transmute that energy. Spending time with your friends and family, and especially your pets. I love my pet, I love my baby. But spending time with the people that you love and the animals that you love, that's also another way in order to transmute that energy, because you'll find and you'll see that, hey, You know, the negative thoughts that I had, the negative mindset that I had isn't all that bad. I live in a life where I'm surrounded by people who love me, things, you know, I'm surrounded by, you know, things that I love. Hey, I woke up this morning, you know. That's also another way to think about it. Just being grateful for the small things. Being grateful for waking up this morning. Being grateful for having a house over your head. Being grateful for, you know, if you have a car, having a car. Hey, if you have pretty clothes and you like to do your hair, and, you know, being grateful that you basically have the ability to do that, because you never know where somebody woke up from that morning, you know, what their mindset was and what they did or did not have. So just be thankful and try to transmute and try to think of positively, you know, about that. And you may see that, you know, you thanking or being grateful for the small things opens your mind up more to the bigger things around you. Because sometimes it's just, you know, sometimes your negative thoughts can honestly weigh on you so much that you don't even recognize and realize all that you have basically, you know, surrounding you. Another way to transmute this energy is to meditate. I know. It seems very, very cliche, but yes, meditate. There's, you know, guided meditations. There's meditations that you can just do on your own. I typically like meditation with music, and I like to be guided through it because it helps me think of the things that I'm grateful for. Sometimes other people and what they say will help me think about other things. So think of other things that basically maybe they're not even talking about, but it pops up in your head. Like maybe somebody said, I don't know, I am loved, and maybe you're thinking about, you know, all the people that love you, all the people, all the things that you love. You know, maybe you're thinking about traveling. Maybe you're thinking about the trip that you went on to Bermuda, like, you know, last year, and a lot of people maybe have never been to Bermuda. You know, maybe you're surrounded by people who haven't traveled really, and you feel like, oh, you know what, I should be grateful because I have the ability and I have, you know, explored, you know, some parts of the world, and, you know, some people were not, you know, blessed in order to do that. So, hey, like I said, small things. You have to sometimes being in negativity kind of takes smaller buildups in order for you to overcome them. It's not always easy. Healing is not always easy. So it really depends on the type of person you are, and, you know, just your background and how you basically, what makes you happy. So, and that's comes to another point, and honestly, I'm going to leave it at this. Like I said, you can either you know, get yourself together as far as dressing up. Maybe you go to get your hair done. I know a lot of times that actually really helps a lot of people. Males too, you know, going to get a fresh cut, I know it makes a male, and I know going to get a fresh, you know, do makes a man or makes a woman feel damn good about themselves, you know. I don't know how to act when I get a fresh weave in my hair, baby. I don't know how to act when my hair is freshly done. Alright, I feel damn good. So maybe that's something that you need to do, the small things, you know. Another thing, maybe you can actually start digging into some things that you actually like creatively. So if you are a content creator and you feel like you've been down in the dumps, you don't really want to do content right now, or maybe you've been comparing yourself to other people who do content and you feel like your content is not good enough, girl, that is, or boy, that is, excuse you, because it's only one of you. So you really shouldn't be comparing yourself to another person in the first place. But if you find yourself basically doing so, I think it's best to step back and think, what do I bring to the table that's different from that person? The first thing that honestly should be your thought is basically, I'm me and they're them. And that's honestly all you need to really actually say. Because even if you guys are doing the same thing, how you guys do things are going to be completely different because you're two completely different people. And sometimes just actually making your content and getting back into the grand scheme of things, sometimes it actually really makes you feel good. Like, it makes you feel 10 times better than how you actually felt before. So I'm gonna leave it at that for now. You know, feel called to. If you do not feel called to, don't. You know, I ain't trying to press you. I ain't trying to pressure nobody doing nothing they want to do. And that's my period. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to check out some of my videos, please do. If you want to put down some suggestions, or you want to email me some suggestions on what you want to see on this channel, because this is my spiritual channel. I do have another channel where I basically get into like I'm gonna actually start getting into like story times and here and now, stuff like that on my other channel. But this channel is going to stay strictly spiritual, and I do want to give some like how-tos on how to basically like build yourself up as you're going through this healing journey, because it is not easy. So feel free to reach out, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, and I will see you guys later. Hope you guys have a great day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever time you actually see this video, and love you guys. See you later.